Yeah, I got a lot of Wii games to show. This is my latest video game. My latest Wii game titles that I picked up. My recent video games, my recent Wii games. Got a lot of them. Let's get started. This is Alien Syndrome. It's rated T for fantasy violence and mild suggested themes. Released by Sega. Here's the disc. It only has advertising for Sonic and Sega Rings, which I have on the Wii. This is actually Are You Smarter Than Fifth Grader? Make the Grade. This game is actually based on the game show. And game shows don't involve acting. Well, game shows are basically different than different types of shows. Yeah, that's why game shows are very different than other TV shows that are different. But that's what makes game shows different. This game doesn't have any inappropriate material, but here's the disc. And it also has advertising for the game's DS version, which I might try to get. About the bands. Has an alcohol reference plus mild use of lyrics and cartoon violence. It's a black disc. Destiny released Battle Rage. This is a game I want to try playing on the Wii or the Wii U mostly. It's 10 enough for fantasy violence. A lot of these I have here are rated E, E10 up, or T. This is another T-rated game. It's Bleach, Lech, Shattered Blade. The second Sega game that I have for the Wii in this video. It contains suggested themes, violence, and also contains mild language. Next up is Build-A-Bear Workshop, a friend for all seasons. Speaking of Build-A-Bear Workshop, I got a Yoshi from that place. I also have another bear that I got in there years ago. Rate E for Comic Mischief. The Yoshi I got there was this year. Next up is Battle, Build, and Race. You revive your engineers, you build stuff. You get to be in the driver's seat with spectacular courses and all that stuff. It contains an alcohol reference. And the game doesn't have any advertisements for nothing, so to speak. Next up is Bust-A-Move Bash. Another Wii game. Rate E with no restrictions. Cosmic Family. Another E-rated game. This is from Ubisoft. Contains Cosmic Mischief. It has advertising for the video game Surf Up, which is rated E10 up for language and crude humor. Cranium Kabuki, also released by Ubisoft. It's another E-rated game, but this game does not have any inappropriate material despite the E-rated treatment. It's a purple colored disc. Deer Drive, a T-rated game. Did they cause controversial? I don't know. It only contains violence. But there's the disc. Next up is Harley Davidson motorcycles. Road Trip. Another E-rated game in this video. And it doesn't have any restrictions either. Destinier released this game. Also, the disc has that pairing. It's a Harley Davidson official licensed product. It also says that on the case too. The sticker is actually blocking it. Help Wanted from Hudson. Hudson Soft. It's rated E10 because of conflict, mischief, and mild use of cartoon violence and suggested themes. It does have advertising for Marvel Saga Core Impact, which I also have. Also has advertising for this Rubberman game. For this game. That game is rated E. I can't play the WiiWare games, and I didn't get those opportunities, but whatever. Jump Up Safari and Rescue. This was a very interesting game to get. This was Sega. It only contains my violence. Yeah. Here's the disc. It has other advertisements for 4 other games that were released by Sega. Vacuum Force Sports is rated E10 up, and the other 3 games that are shown are rated E. Planet 51 I don't have, but Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games and Virtual Tennis 2009. I own both on the Wii. Next up is Jelly Belly Fantastic Beans. I'm gonna try to get this on the Food and Drink channel too, because it's not only I'll be posting content to this game on the main channel and also the Food and Drink channel, because this game is basically related it's a food and drink. It's like a food themed game, and I really want to try that game soon. Next up is Jimmy Johnson Anything with Engines. Can't go into much details with this game, but there's the disc. It's rated E10 up. The previous game I just showed did not have any restrictions. Who's it from? Zoo Games. They also released this one too. Market's Warbrain. Zoo Games. How many of these games do I own from these guys? Rate E10 up because of model language. I still have another stack of games to go through. Here's my word, Coach. The game's rated E. And the purpose of being an E-rated, well, there's actually no purpose why it's rated E. It has no restrictions whatsoever. It also has an advertisement for Cosmic Family too. And speaking of the game, I already showed it, so yeah. Here's Nancy Drew, the White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Another Sega game, just I got from the Nano Library. It's also rated E. It has mild violence. This game has an advertisement for Hardy Boys for the Nintendo DS. I don't even own that game, but don't know if I'm gonna get my hands on it. This Nancy Drew game is basically hidden objects. It's a hidden object game. And you see with those games, you have to find objects, soft clues. Alright, that's it for that stack. Next up is Neopets Puzzle Adventure. This is from Capcom. It's rated E. There isn't a single reason why, despite its restriction free. I'm just showing these games quick. I'm not going into much details with these games. This is Ninja Bratman. It's rated E10, rated E for comic. What did you say? Cartoon violence. My cartoon violence. Next game is Pinball Hall of Fame, The Williams Collection. I got this at GameStop. I don't have the Xbox 360 version. I'm gonna try to get that. Rated E10 up because it suggests these animated blood. This is from Crave. Does have no advertising. Here's another game for this. Farmhouse. Rated E. Has no restrictions. I gotta try to see what this game is like, though. It's like an orange colored disc there. Again, no restriction, no advertising for this game either. And here's another one from them. Puzzle challenge, crosswords, and more. Yeah, this game should be very fun. It's basically you doing word searches and crosswords. This game is also rated E with no restrictions at all. There's the disc. This game should be very fun. What am I waiting for? I need to get that game on YouTube soon. Next up is Ratatouille. Ratatouille, very E for cartoon violence. Mild cartoon violence, by the way. Ratatouille also advertisements for cars for the DS, Game Boy Advance, the Wii, and GameCube. And the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, Finding Nemo, and Finding Nemo, and then the other Finding Nemo's Game Boy Advance and DS versions. Incredible survives to the Underminer, DS, Game Boy Advance, and GameCube versions, and the Game Boy Advance version of The Incredibles. The section for it didn't look like had anything else left. Here's another Capcom game, Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles, the only Resident Evil game that I own. The only animated game in this video. Blood, Gore, and Violence. There's the animated games disc. Doesn't have any advertisements though. Instruction booklet. Oh well. That's that. Oh, next up is Rock Blast. UFO Interactive Games released this game. Gotta stop the lava on this one. It's rated E with no restrictions. Next up is Samurai Warriors 3. Rated T for mob suggested themes and use of tobacco and violence. Koei and Nintendo. Next up is the Ubisoft game Six Flags Fun Pack. For E10 up for Comic Mischiefs, Monsters, and Miles Cartavons. Here's the disc. It also has Vacation Sports, which I'm not sure about. The Six Flags Pass thing in there. I'm not going to see what that is all about. Next up is Pin Alley 2 for the Nintendo Wii. Ray E, no reason why. I mean, can't go into much details. The Going Compass. How quick am I going for this? 60 minutes already. Wow. Ray E10 up for volumes and has mild language too. So beware of that game. Also has advertising for other related stuff regarding Going Compass, and they ad for Knight's Journey of Dreams. Next up is Torment Legends, another Sega game. This one's rated T, and this is the final Sega game in this video. Contains blood, monster suggestions, and violence. This game has an advertisement for Iron Man 2, which is rated T for mild language and violence, and I actually owned this game on the Wii. I think it's based on the second Iron Man movie. Next up is TV Show King Party. Ray E. This is. It also has an advertisement for Blaine Challenge for the DS. No restrictions on that E-rated game. Next up is Ultimate Band Disney game. Disney has not been making any more video games. Rate E10 volume. It has mild lyrics. Rate E10 up. Next up is Ultimate Board Game Collection from the Nintendo Republic Library. This is the last game I have that was from that library. A lot of board games in this game. And here's the disc. And here's Winter Sports 3. I have the other two games. Wait, E for mild violence. There's the disc. Next up is Winter Stars from Deep Silver. The last of the games here, but E for mild violence. There's the disc. No advertisement for other games from these guys, but it's the last of the games, and that is it for this video.